Alright, so right from the jump, anyone who's ever played any Final Fantasy knows what fucking game this is right from the jump. Don't even need to announce it, but I'm going to anyway for those of you who don't. This is Final Fantasy VII. These are my characters, legit characters, without any materia. And this is me getting in a submarine to do what made me so legendary back in the Neo-Seiko forums long ago. I'm going to go kick the fuck out of Emerald Weapon without any materia. Which is apparently an amazing feat to everyone else. Long before I started putting my dick in Rathlos and punching Rathian in her vagina, I was, off saving the world in Final Fantasy VII. And it's funny that I mentioned this game and Neo Seeker. One, I wouldn't recommend going to Neo Seeker over getting your dick chopped off, to tell you the truth. And for two, this game, if it wasn't for me actually buying this game, I think in 1997, there are a fuck ton of people in my life right now that I wouldn't have any involvement in, or know. The people who I met because of this game is pretty talk good. Have had a pretty huge, role in my life. One of them being Donovan, who some of you who are on, Facebook or whatever, or on Raptor Strike, know him as Unspoken. Why don't you ask him, about our relationship because of this game, how talking about this game led to, me giving him advice throughout most of his fucking life now. Or I can mention Lil, which, another fucking awesome friend of mine who's had a huge impact on my life. I can mention everybody involved in this game. Fuck, if you want to think about it, if it weren't for this game, I wouldn't have gone to Sickos on Parade and bitched about people jerking Sephiroth off. Which, if you want to get really technical, I probably wouldn't have ever gone to Sickos on Parade. That's pretty deep. Pretty fucking deep. Like, in the trenches deep. So, I loaded up the only file I had on my memory card for this game, which just happened to be the right one. But this one had, each file I remember had a setup for fighting this asshole without materia. That's right, I had different ways of fighting this asshole. This one, apparently, I had it set up in just a fashion where I was just constantly fueling people with hero drinks and mega elixirs and keeping everybody in fury. Which, people who don't play this game, or never have, or never will, fury means your limit gauge fills up like 3 times as fast, but you lose little attack power. So, with the hero drinks, that would offset the attack power again, give them a little added defense so they wouldn't get one hit killed with all this bullshit. And I would get my limit break, which completely annihilates everything in its way. The damage cap in this game is 9,999, which is no easy task to accomplish unless you have the right setups. I mean, the limit breaks can do that by far. I mean, if you do it right, your limit breaks can hit no matter what limit break it is for maximum 9s all across the board. So a little fun fact is that if you want to get technical, Red 13 Stardust is the best limit break in the game if you max it out. Is it the best off right? No. That'd be like Omni Slash or High Wind. A lot of people ask me why, of all people, I would use Sid and Tifa. Well, Sid's High Wind, as mentioned, hits for a fuck ton of damage in a shorter period of time without little setup. 1 or 2 of those fucking hero drinks, and it's max 9s for whatever. I think the only boss you can't hit max 9s with for that thing is fucking Ruby. But don't hold me on that, I've played the game like fucking 4 years prior to this, so my knowledge may be a little rusty. Tifa, kind of the same way. Normally I go with Red 13 and Sid, because, well, Red 13 is fucking badass, and Tifa is not badass. But normally I go with that setup because, well, like as mentioned, if we build Red 13 up just the right way, the Stardust just rags people from max 9s. Plus, he's an overall better character in my opinion. Tifa, in this case, her limit break without any build-up, it hits it how many times for every limit break? So she hits it maybe 8 times for maximum 9s if you're lucky, if you actually roll everything. Without the hero drinks, you have to roll the Yaz to get it. But I was like, fuck it, I don't feel like rolling out the welcome wagon. I'm just gonna fucking beat this guy's ass as quickly as I can for this video. For the longest time, people have wanted to see this video like remade. Simply, well, and by people I mean me, because when I first recorded this, the video quality was so fucking shitty. I wanted to just smash the fucking screen. Back then I didn't have a capture card. I just pointed a shitty fucking webcam at a television, a bulbed television. So it always had that bulb look in the video. So this is almost like a tribute to my friends, to this game, and a shitty camera TV that I don't use anymore. All in the same go. Honestly, the people that I've met because of this game, though, I don't think I'd be half the person I am today without them. And that is not just like gaming persona-wise, I mean like as a whole. I learned many things from these people, and I'm still learning things from these people, and vice versa. Which is a huge impact. I mean, this is a single-player game from like 1990 fucking. I think this game was made in 1993. No, that's way too far. That's way overshooting it. I think 1995-ish. This game was made. I don't even fucking remember. God, it's been almost fucking. Ugh. That's a lot of years. It makes me feel old. I'm not going back that far. Either way, late 90s. This game was produced. So, this game, before the dawning of the gaming internet thing for consoles, because obviously PC games still had the online aspect. I was playing, you know, Diablo clones with Lil online while talking about this game. I was fucking talking about Diablo 2 with Donovan while I was playing this game. I mean, that's the impact this game had back then, is that it's a single-player game with no online multiplayer, but it brought a fuck ton of people together to talk about all sorts of batshit stories and theories, and each character in depth. It was retarded. It still is retarded, mostly because people follow the wrong characters, i.e. Cloud, who back then I named Paul because he's the main character, so he sticks with you throughout the entire fucking game. Paul's my name, 2 and 2 together. There you go. So, Cloud being one of the gayest names ever, I went with that. That's right, it's pretty sad when Paul is a cooler name than Cloud. Just throwing it out there. Paul's a pretty fucking lame name. So, we have Sephiroth, who's the main antagonist, who's the biggest fucking emo and generic fucking villain on the planet. Ooh, I want to destroy everything because I don't fit in. Durr! We've never heard that before. Wait, I also want ultimate power and Mama never loved me. Durr! We've never heard those either, right? So let's just mash them all together. Get a long-haired emo guy with a fucking katana, and there you go, you have Sephiroth. Like, in terms of final bosses go, this guy you see me fighting right now is at least 300 times harder than the last boss. This guy is optional. You do not have to fight this fucker. Emerald Weapon, this motherfucker right here, is an optional boss. Meaning you do not have to fight him. You don't have to fight any of the weapons except for Ultima once and Diamond. And I too have killed them without Materia. I've beaten this entire game without any use of Materia. I've beaten it in many ways possible you could imagine. I've done low-level runs, single-character runs, single-character low-level runs, I've literally turned the TV upside down, you fucking name it. But this guy right here is the second hardest boss in the game. And the fucked up part is, there are bosses that you fight throughout the game that are harder than Sephiroth. And Sephiroth is supposed to be the guy trying to blow up the fucking world. So, you put that in perspective, what the fuck? You see this guy? This guy, right here, the guy with the core, he just fucked up my entire party. Sephiroth couldn't even do a third of that damage to my party if he wanted to. I think if I were to fucking whip my dick out and start jerking off really fucking hard, I would do more damage to my fucking dick than Sephiroth could do to my entire fucking party. That, ladies and gentlemen, is the kind of shit that makes me hate Sephiroth. Not just because he's a shitty character, not because he's a generic supervillain, not because of this, and this, but because he's like one of the lamest end game bosses I have ever fucking defeated. Ever. I mean, even in Final Fantasy X, where the last boss literally just sits there and lets you kill him, he was harder than Sephiroth. I mean, when you could shut a last boss down by literally using that Omni Slash move that Cloud does once, that's it. You let it build up, let him hit you. Or you could go into the fight with it. Hit Omni Slash. Game. That's it. Thanks for playing. You just saved the world. I mean, look at this guy. This guy is tanking the maximum damage. This guy is supposed to have 1,000,000 HP. I want you to fathom how much 1,000,000 is versus 9999. I mean, and honestly, this is the quickest I've ever beaten this fucker too, so it's kind of a bonus here. That's right, spoiler alert, I do kill him. Whoop you fucking do like you didn't know that. But I'm just in utter shock as to why everybody loves Sephiroth or Cloud. They're emo faggots. You know who likes emo faggots? Other emo faggots. That's it. They're not badass. They're not awesome. I am a better fucking supervillain than Sephiroth, and the worst fucking thing I have ever done was push somebody down a flight of stairs. I'm kidding. Don't hold me to that. I've never pushed anybody down a flight of stairs that I'm willing to admit to. I mean, there are like 3-year-olds who go out stealing candy from other kids who are more badass than Sephiroth. And oh, bye, you just got your ass spanked. Thanks for playing. Now, I didn't realize it, but I literally killed all of his arm cannons too, so I was like, why am I still here at the screen, going, you know, with the countdown? That's why. That's why you hear the for everything dying. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed this little romp towards me ranting about Sephiroth, giving some good friends of mine, a graceful nod that they deserved, and me remaking a video that took me 3.5 years to remake and redo in decent quality. So, with that said, I bid you all adieu. Stay tuned for more tributes.